So why do 90+% professional speakers, or people that want to be professional speakers, fail? It's probably not what you think. After almost 30 years in this business, I semi-retired last year, and now that I feel like I've got to tell the truth about what's really going on in this business that you won't hear in the halls of the National Speaker Association or any other organization, because they keep it very tightly knit to continue these organizations growing. But people become very frustrated, as I did before I met Bill Gove, the father of the industry, who gave me access to everyone in the business, all the legends, basically, who were there from almost the beginning of the industry, like Bill, and told me the backstories, the truth about this business that I never heard at chapter meetings at NSA, national meetings, or any other seminar organizations that I went to, or any other groups that I belonged to. I never heard them. I'd see people on stage and be thinking, well, they're the president of the chapter of NSA, or they're on the board at NSA, or they're the president of NSA for that matter. They must be very successful. Oh, no, not at all. All you have to do is volunteer and get people to like you a little bit and play this little click game they play, and you can be president of NSA and not be successful at all. You can be on the board. You can get a CPAE, which is their Hall of Fame, which is a complete sham. It's another whole thing. You just have to network with people and be there long enough and get enough people to vote for you, and you can be in the Hall of Fame. It's a joke. And Bill Gove told me this 30 years ago, and so did a lot of the other people, all of whom were in the Hall of Fame, which is kind of interesting. But so, getting back to it, why do most speakers fail? If you've been in this business trying to break in like for years, like most people try and ultimately fail, and you're going, why can't I get, what is it that I'm missing? These people don't seem any better than me. Well, they're probably not. They don't seem any smarter than me or know more about their topic than I do. You're probably right. Let me give it to you straight. Most people that make it in this business have connections. You know how they say that most Hollywood stars are Nepo babies? They have connections. Their mom, their dad, their friends, their uncle, Someone was very successful in Hollywood, and they ushered them into the acting business. That happens every day in Hollywood. You can connect actors to other producers, directors, movie heads. It's crazy when you play this game. It's like the Kevin Bacon game. Everyone's connected that makes it. Not everyone, but close to everyone. It's kind of crazy. So people say, well, why can't I make it as an actor? You probably don't have the right connections. It's the same in the non-celebrity speaking business across the board. That doesn't mean, do some people make it without connections? They do. I have hardly seen any, honestly. You can always go back. They always had a mentor. And frankly, I'm not putting that down. I'm one of them. Okay, I was failing in this business my first year. I lost $50,000 my first year. Then I met Bill Gove, the father in the industry, who told me where all the bodies were buried. He told me all the stories of the backstories. I knew who to listen to and who not to listen to. And I'll tell you, there were about 20 people in NSA that Bill allowed me to listen to, and that was it. And they probably wouldn't be the people you think that are the big stars. These people were really successful financially and told the truth. And because I was Bill's protege. And then, of course, he introduced me to Bob Proctor, who introduced me to all kinds of more people that told me more truths, right? And then Larry Wilson, the king of the corporate training industry, who told me more backstories. And by the time I was through the first couple of years with that mentorship, I knew where all the bodies were buried in this business. But I didn't say very much. I pissed a lot of people off at NSA because I would tell stories to certain people, and I was outing them, and they knew it. And they don't like that. They're trying to grow an organization, and some of it's based on BS, okay? So they didn't like that. They don't like people that tell the truth because they're trying to grow something, even if it's not completely honest. So what the real truth is that most people that make it have a connection like I did with Bill Gove. Okay, if it wasn't for Bill Gove and Bob Proctor and Larry Wilson and all the other people, Cavett Robert, the founder of NSA, okay, those people all guided me, and there's another 50 or so that probably guided me around the world through this business. So I was able to go from $0 to $1 million in the industry, a year in the industry, very, very quickly. Not because I was so good. I mean, I was competent. I was always a competent speaker. I mean, once I was trained, I went through a lot of training. I worked hard at it like most people do, and I became competent. Are there better speakers than me that are a lot poorer, that didn't make tens of millions of dollars like I did? Oh, yeah. There really are. You got to be competent, no question. You have to know your topic, and you have to be connected. You have to know people. When I say have to, you could say, well, this one made it and this one. Yeah, there are anomalies exist in everything. There are always anomalies, right? But that's not the majority. Most people struggle for 20, 25 years in this business, 30 years, never make it, or they make a few bucks here and there and they toy with it like a hobby. They try, but they're confounded because they know they're better than their results. It's about connections. That's why I started the Speaker's Apprentice program years ago, because that's what Bill Gove did for me. And I recognize that without that, I would have never been as successful as I was as a non-celebrity speaker. Okay, because I knew what to do and what not to do, who to trust, who not to trust, how to do corporate contracts at the 7-figure level, which, very few people know how to do. And so because I had all this mentorship, not because I was so smart, that's why I started the Speaker's Apprentice program, to give you the leg up that I had that you won't hear about behind the scenes. Most of these speakers will never tell you. They'll never brag about their mentors. They'll just tell you basically how smart they are because it's an ego-based business. And then you sit there and go, I don't think they're that smart. Why aren't I making it? Why are they making it? Because you don't know the whole story. That's the truth. You are now hearing the truth. Okay, this is not the BS version. I got nothing to gain and nothing to lose. I'm done. Okay, my career, I speak here and there when I want to for charity, and I mentor my apprentices like I was mentored, and that's it. Okay, so I don't care who likes this or doesn't like it. It makes no difference to me. Okay, but just know it's not your fault. And if you really do want to make it, don't do it. Don't try to grit your way up to the top. And that's just not smart. I've literally watched friends of mine try to do that for 25 years, and they swore that they were going to do it on their own, and they're still broke as speakers. It's just dumb. If once you know this, take advantage of it. If you want to do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. But just understand that it's not your fault if you failed at this. You just don't have the right connections, most likely. Okay? If you're interested, go to speakersapprentice.com. I will give you those connections. I will usher you into this business like I was ushered in. Why am I doing it? Because that's what Bill Gove did for me, and I want to do it for you if you want to do it. But either way, just understand, it's not your fault if you haven't made it.